Before I start the video, all I have to say is I am very sad about what happened. I really do wish Oliveira and Costa could have fought, but they couldn't. But Usman and Volk are clearly gonna, I'm not gonna say anything, but the photo should tell you who I have. But my predictions will be posted next week for that fight card. The first fight on the card is Ashley Yoder versus Emily Decote. I mean, it's pretty obvious Emily Decote is going to dominate Ashley Yoder. Ashley Yoder is like 88-8 in the UFC. She's trash. Emily Decote will win by unanimous decision, 30-27. Up the card, Chris Gutierrez versus Hilai Ottalang. I think this is a pretty simple and easy one for Chris Gutierrez. Don't get me wrong, Ottalang is good, but he's just not good enough for Chris Gutierrez. Chris Gutierrez has elbows and knees that when he throws them, they're very hard, and it's very hard to block them. He's long, and he has a very long reach. He's just much faster and much of a better striker than Ottalang. I think Chris Gutierrez will win by second round knockout. Next up the card, Arena Laskeva versus Melissa Dixon. I know a lot of people are going with Dixon, but I do think Arena Laskeva will win, and here's why. I think she's a better grappler and a much better striker. If she can find her range, she will for sure outstrike Dixon and knock her out, maybe even in the first. So I will have Arena Laskeva to win by first round knockout. Up the card, Terrence McKinney versus Brendan Marotti. I think Terrence McKinney will win this due to the fact that Terrence McKinney is a lot more faster and a lot more of an accurate striker, and he proved in his last fight that he can grapple, so we could see a submission. I think Terrence McKinney will win by early in the third round knockout. Next up the card, Tanera Lisboa versus Raviana Oliveira. I'm going with Oliveira, and the only real big reason I can give you that I'm going with Oliveira is because she's fine as fuck. Up the card, Darren Elkins versus TJ Brown. Darren Elkins is a very tough motherfucker, but he's just old, man. I don't see him beating TJ Brown. I do think he will go to decision because he's just a tough motherfucker. So TJ Brown by 30-27 decision. Now we're on to the main card. Up the card, Christian Rodriguez versus Cameron Simon. This fight for sure will go all 3 rounds. Christian Rodriguez is a good fighter. Simon is another very good fighter. But I do think Christian Rodriguez will win. He is just a better striker, the better grappler. I mean, Christian Rodriguez can do it all in my opinion right now. Right now he's in his prime. I can for sure see him in the top 15 in the future. Christian Rodriguez will win by 30-27 decision. Up the card, Andre Petrosky versus Michelle Pereira. I'm going Michelle Pereira, and here's why. Michelle Pereira just has way more stamina and is a lot more faster. I know Petrosky has power, but if he can't touch Pereira, which he probably won't be able to, he will lose. I think Michelle Pereira can knock him out, and probably will, in the middle of the second round. Next up the card, the fight that I'm most excited for, Jonathan Martinez versus Adrian Yanez. I think Adrian Yanez will win, and I do think he'll be able to find a knockout, and here's the reason why. He's a much better striker, way faster than Jonathan Martinez, and he has a glimpse of grappling, and his kickboxing is very underrated. This is how I think it will go down. The first round, Jonathan Martinez will try to wrestle, and then the second will go by, and then that's where Adrian Yanez will find a beautiful right hand and knock out Jonathan Martinez. And now for the co-main event, Jennifer Maia versus Viviana Araujo. I'm going with Viviana Araujo mainly due to the fact that Jennifer Maia is a brawler. She's nothing other than that. Viviana has better grappling, she has better striking, she's much more faster. I will give Jennifer Maia the stamina, but other than that, she has nothing. Araujo will be able to out-grapple her, out-strike her, out-everything. I do think that she will submit her in the second round. And now for the main event, Sadiq Yusuff versus Edson Jr. Barboza. I am going with the underdog, Edson Barboza. I do like Yusuff, but he just hasn't been able to handle somebody like Barboza. Barboza will be able to outstrike, in my opinion. I don't think he'll be able to out-grapple Yusuff, but I do think he'll be able to defend the takedowns. Barboza loves throwing knees and elbows, spin kicks and stuff like that, and we've seen Sadiq Yusuff doesn't like that much. So I do think Barboza can get a knockout in the 4th round. Those were all my predictions in under 5 minutes.